I'm trying to do it. I'm trying, man. All right, y'all. All right, do me a favor. Smash the like button, everybody.
I went to Crystal because of your ass.
She's the bomb, isn't she? She's so good. So. All right, guys. So LSU loses 38-27 here at the Rose Bowl. A massively disappointing day. Massively disappointing day. This reminds me so much of Wisconsin in 2016. Trip was amazing. So many LSU fans here, y'all. Like, I wish you could see the way that the Rose Bowl was divided here, all the way into the turn, all the way around. This was all LSU until the break there, and that was UCLA. Man, LSU fans showed up. It was a great trip. The Alumni Association tailgate party was amazing. Everything was great. And then they kicked the ball off, and we realized that LSU ain't that good. Like, this is the very cold reality that I talked about for fucking months, okay? That everybody who listens to anything I do that shits on me because I tell you the honest-to-God truth, which is why everyone is watching this shit right now. The reality is, and I said this so many fucking times this offseason, just because you return a lot of people from a bad team does not mean you're better. Just because everybody's back from the offensive line, which was not good last year, doesn't mean you're better. And guess what? UCLA ran the ball for 210 yards on LSU today. Right up their ass. LSU ran for 49 fucking yards. 49 yards against UCLA. You want to talk about soft-ass Pac-12 teams and defenses? Okay, we can talk about that. We can talk about soft-ass Pac-12 teams and Pac-12 defenses and the mighty SEC's going to flex their shit. You just got dump trucked by UCLA, a team with 5 straight losing seasons. You ran for 49 yards in this game. You got outgained 470 to 379. Sorry, my back hurts. No, you're good. Have you leaned all of your weight on it? LSU got outgained 470 to 370. You got outgained by 100 yards. UCLA did whatever the fuck they wanted to do all day because you can't stop the run and you can't run the football. Everything we talked about all goddamn spring and summer was the offensive line isn't good, you don't have a running back. How in the world are you going to fare against teams with a good defensive front? It is so cliche, but it's still fucking true. Football is won or lost on the line of scrimmage, and LSU is not good on the line of scrimmage. You know who's a dude? Kayshon Boutte is a dude. They found him open at times, and he made plays because he's a dude. You know who's a dude? Elias Ricks. Awesome play on the interception, which set up a field goal. You know what was not awesome? Making a field goal, but taking it off the board because you had a procedure penalty. And even though your kicker kicked the fucker halfway up the net, your coach says, let's punt. I don't think he can make it from 56. What the fuck are you talking about? You're the best kicker in college football. You're not going to let him attempt a 56-yarder? No, I'm not done. Russ is here, and he can say whatever the fuck he wants in a little bit. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, which all of you are, smash the like button, please. Smash the like button. 710 people watching, only 53 likes. Only 53 likes. Smash the like button. By the way, big thank you to Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Michelli.com. Great company. Based out of Harahan. Amazing company. I know they were obviously impacted by Ida, as so many people have been, but every office outside of their Harahan office is still online. They're doing awesome. Michelli.com. Love Michelli Weighing and Measurement. So grateful they're going to sponsor Whiskey and Wine and my rants like this. I see all of your comments. Nelson Green, Trey Day, Kerry Hughes, Mike Speed, James Fortenberry, Chet Buxton, DJ Stocky, Chet Buxton, Brett Dagro.
I gotta
What's
add some
up?
shit to this.
Okay, go ahead. Russ
All right,
Mitchell.
so first of all, as fucking embarrassing as that was, because it was fucking embarrassing, it's not all the offensive line. Max missed 2.
I was getting there. I wasn't done.
I
was ranting, and then you keep coming over here to stop my rants.
Max missed 2 passes, 2 touchdowns in the second quarter that could have changed the complexion of the game. The one pass right over the middle of, who was that, White?
It was a slant to Trey Palmer, and he fucking missed him. And Trey Palmer had nothing but goddamn grass 50 yards out, and we would have scored.
Why, you couldn't see it, but we could see it. The whole field was wide open. That kid could have caught the ball and ran fucking backwards and scored a touchdown. And then in the end zone, that was a poor throw in the end zone, too.
It was the same guy. It was Trey Palmer. He threw it behind Trey Palmer.
Got the lead. He's got the lead. He's got at least 1.5 feet on the cornerback or whoever it was on him, and he missed it.
Not to mention Max Johnson's interception was an awful decision. Him deciding to throw the ball, not looking behind him, was an awful decision.
Dude,
Max Johnson's inaccuracy was a problem tonight. I'm not going to crap on Max Johnson, but the thing is, when you anoint a guy that's made 2 starts, you have to realize what it is that you're getting yourself into. Let's do that so we can actually have the roast. I don't know if my...
Here, why don't I hold it?
No, I'm
twice as big as
it doesn't matter if you're twice as big as me. It's just about, like, holding up your arm. So, or I could set it,
I can fucking hold it.
I can hold it. I'm not worried about holding it. I'm not worried about fucking holding it. You know, we can lean it up against one of those seats.
Right.
Let's do this.
Man. No, let's just...
Let's do this.
I don't know. He's trying to set it up. You want me to hold it?
Nope,
Damn
we're
it,
good.
Let me hold it.
We're good. We're good. All right, look, there we go. That's it. There we go.
Trying to kick us out, man.
Are they really?
They said they
Well, guess what? We're going to walk out of here in a minute. But here's the bottom line. Right now, you're talking about a team that's not good on the offensive line. They're not good on the defensive line. They have an inaccurate quarterback. They have no running back. And the problem is you're also coaching. How about, like, can we please talk about coaching for a second? How about the touchdown pass that UCLA scored on the wheel route where they matched up their running back on Bug Strong, who got burned by 10 yards. That's the kind of thing where you have got to have Mike Jones on the field. It's why that's what he does well. But congrats to Chip Kelly for scheming his offense to finding someone who can fucking get open. What were the biggest pass? Did a UCLA receiver make a play tonight?
No, I don't think...
Are y'all kicking us out? Fuck, we'll walk. Let's go.
I don't think...
They're kicking us out. It's their fault. It's their fault.
Listen, guess what? Baton Rouge boys are here.
Dude.
We suck tonight.
Oh, come on, man. Yell in my ear like that, bruh. We did suck tonight. Fuck. This fucking guy. This motherfucker won't get out of my fucking ear. I'm sure he's a nice guy, though. But Jesus Christ. Dilwad, what's up? Chet Buxton, Michael Johnson, Paul Batts, Tim G, Vittori, Nick. Hey, man, I'm not treating you like that. I'm trying to do a show, man. It's hard to do a show when someone yelling at you. I love you, too. I do. I really do love you. I really do love you. I really do love you. But I got to deal with this. I got 1,075 people watching me right now. They are pissed off, but this is a fuck. I got 1,075 people watching this right now. 7670 hit, by the way, and only 307 likes. Please smash the like button. Smash the button. We're gonna walk.
Don't tell me no shit about your show. I paid
You are right on my show. Well, they fucked up your trip.
to be here to watch this shit.
All right.
Fuck, Russ.
All right.
Take this shit standing. No.
All right.
I'm bad too.
So,
man. Goddamn.
couple observations.
Man, here.
A couple of legitimate observations here. All right, I'll give you a couple of legitimate observations. Offensive line, Austin Deculus went down hurt. Good to see him actually return to the game. They rotated almost series by series at right guard and left tackle. So Anthony Bradford and Chasen Hines both played at right guard. At left tackle, you had Cam Wire and Charles Turner, the backup center. This kind of illustrates your problem, right? The backup center, Charles Turner, and God bless him. I mean, He worked. Oh, look, there's a Rose Bowl sign. That's really fun, right? Look, we're right there, Rose Bowl sign. Yeah. We're walking out of the Rose Bowl after LSU got their ass kicked. Smash the like button. 1,100 people watching, 369 likes. We can do better. If you're watching on mobile, X out on the mobile chat, hit the thumbs up. We appreciate it. Come right back. So Charles Turner, your backup center, basically played left tackle for you as well. That's a problem. You had 49 rushing yards. You can't establish a run. That's a problem. Your linebackers are not good again. Neil Farrell was injured in the game. That's a total bummer. Another veteran guy who was not putting any weight on his foot. And so now your two most veteran defensive linemen with Neil Farrell and Glenn Logan have both been injured. That's such a bummer.
Bye, man, Moscona.
I love you. Does he not I'm sure he's a nice guy, but
He's a great guy. He's hammered, man.
It's so hard
He's
to
hammered.
get to focus and to do a show
Look,
while
are we
someone is
live?
yelling in
Are
your
we
ear. Of
live?
course we're live. We got 1,100 people watching.
They shot fucking confetti.
They did.
They shot fucking confetti off like they had just won a bowl game.
I'm gonna beg you not to lean on.
Is that bad?
It's that bad. My back is that bad.
Big.
It's just pressure. Thank you. Thank you. I know. All right, let's stop right here. Maybe like this.
Look, the Rose Bowl's behind us.
I know. That's what I was trying to.
If I hold, I'm much bigger than you.
I know, but it's okay. The number one rule in broadcasting is never lose control. I'm not giving anybody my phone.
Okay.
Nobody's touching my phone except me. Okay. All right. So a couple.
Who thinks I should get the phone?
You're not getting the phone. Saints fan Tyler. Somebody's drunk. That guy yelling back there. Yes, it was. Yeah. Jacob Marceau, game meant more to them. But it doesn't matter if the game meant more to them. Like, that's the thing that you're playing for keeps, man. Like, the fact that someone's actually saying the game meant more to them, that's a bullshit comment. Like, what do you mean? Like, if you're trying to play for championships and you fancy yourself as a championship program, you can't say, well, the fucking game meant more to them. Fuck that. That's the stupidest comment in the world. Murder Giraffe, what's up? Jacob Marceau.
Murder
Bradley,
Giraffe?
I know, right? Lance Vignair, Stingley's first pick joke. I didn't see that.
You know, the cornerbacks were fantastic. I don't think there was they
didn't throw at him.
Yeah, how many plays did their wide receivers have that counted for shit?
It was the point I was trying
Tight
to
end,
make.
running backs out of the backfield, linebackers sucked in coverage, which is exactly what we talked about.
It was the point I was trying to make until the people in the yellow shirt kicked us out of the stadium. No receiver from UCLA made a play. You had a 75-yard catch and run from their tight end. You had two passing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns from running backs in the ball game, and then Charbonnet had a couple of rushing touchdowns.
We made them look like Heisman candidates, man.
They wore LSU's defensive front down. They were just better. They were better. That's the bottom line. And so
They were better.
The really legit concern now becomes, okay, you couldn't hang on the line of scrimmage with UCLA. No, don't.
You couldn't hang on the line with UCL.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You couldn't hang on the line with UCL.
Hey. Okay. Thank you.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Man, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, how many straight top 5 recruiting classes has LSU had? 4? 3? At least 3.
I want to address this because 46 AZ Tim said, but you picked him to win, Matt. I did pick him to win.
By 3.
Right.
If
in a very close ball game. Not getting your ass beat up and down the field by UCLA.
If we talked about this twice. We talked about it on Wednesday, and we talked about it yesterday, and we talked about it today. If the offensive line was able to protect Max, and if the linebackers were able to catch anything, catch a tight end or a running back come out of the backfield, and we couldn't do shit. Couldn't do any of that shit. So not only did we lose, we lost by 20? They put up twice as many?
It was 38-27.
Yeah, fine. So we got that bullshit touchdown at the
scored
end.
the long touchdown late.
Whatever.
So
They shot off fucking confetti.
that person said Ida is greater than Russ.
Ida is what?
Is greater than Russ. All right, let's see who else we got. Let's see.
They shot off fucking confetti,
Rachel
man.
Granger. Man, the comments are going really fast. Tyler Wagner, how much? So, I mean, like, here's the thing. I see a lot of comments. I'm trying to keep up. I see a lot of comments about Ogeron and his future. And, I mean, look.
We lost to UCLA, man. No, we didn't just lose to UCLA. We got embarrassed by UCLA, man. Embarrassed. The game was over with like 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
People were leaving.
So Ogeron, my stance on Ogeron all throughout the year was there are very legitimate issues with the title line stuff, and that could
Which is a fucking embarrassment. That is.
Remember. Tell me if this is too loud. This is going to be better. Let me know if that's too loud. I got it. But just let me know if that's too loud because there's a generator. But I can stand this up and at least you can see the Rose Bowl instead of like seeing it on my nose. The thing that I'll tell you is Ogeron at 9-3, I think, was safe. 8-4 with all the Title IX stuff was a problem. 7-5, I think he's fired. So you're already 0-1. The fan base is going to be massively pissed off, and you should be. So, thank you. Okay, so audio's good. So, I mean, I don't think that they beat Alabama. I don't think that they beat. We've gone through. Obviously, they're not beating Alabama. Like, would you just let me finish my fucking point? Let me finish my fucking point. My point is, you got Bama, A&M, Florida, Auburn. You got a trap game at Kentucky, and I told you only they beat Ole Miss. If there are 4 more games on the schedule among all of those that you lose, then you're 7-5, and Ogeron's fired.
Not just that, 7-5 with fucking embarrassments where they fucking shoot off confetti. Fucking shoot off confetti. For fuck's sake, they shot fucking confetti off.
You know what I can tell you is the best thing, though? The best thing.
Are they leaving?
The best thing.
Hold on.
The best thing about the game at UCLA in the Rose Bowl is wait, hang on. All right, hang on. Tell them hold that. Are y'all?
Oh, dude, this was a shit show, man. I mean, this was a shit show. Like, he's gone, so I can say everything I want to say right now. This was fucking embarrassing, man. I can't read this fast enough, dude. This is so fucking embarrassing, man. UCLA. There wasn't a single UCLA fan in here who thought they were going to win. Not one. They were as quiet as church mouses. In fact, they were so unsure about the fact that they were going to win that when we scored that last touchdown, they were quiet. Like, they were quiet because they thought just maybe they might lose this game, despite the fact that we only had 49 yards of offense.
You're way too close. They can see your nose. They can see up your nose.
I was just communicating.
1,300 people watching, 538 likes. Let's please smash the like button. Smash the like button. By the way, Michelli weighing and measurement. If you're on, we'll tag them on the Facebook page. But please go to Michelli.com. If you weigh or measure something, they sell, service, and rent the equipment you use to weigh and measure this in confetti.
They're hazing us with confetti. Like it's
Daniel Brabham said
January.
Russ's breath is stanky.
My breath is stanky?
I can't smell it. I lost my smell in COVID last year and I still haven't got my smell back. I can taste, but I can't smell. Matt, let's get close up and info on the hat. Yeah, man. So this hat, by the way, there was a movie called
Oh my God,
Old War
that
School.
Fucking hat?
They asked about it. So they did a movie called Old War School about the history of LSU football. And they gave me this hat. And that was the logo they used. So 1893.
Who fucking cares about the hat?
This guy asked, so I'm telling him. A lot of people ask me about the hat. I like my hat.
Jesus Christ.
So
Hat can't play fucking defensive line. Hat can't play offensive line. Can you imagine if we had lined up across from like can you imagine if we...
See, look, Jay Rich said it's a sweet hat. That guy, nice hat.
Enough with the fucking hat.
They like my hat.
Can you imagine if we'd lined up against like a real team today? UCLA is gonna, I'll bet you right now UCLA. By the way,
Andrew
we
Brisker
talked about this before the game. They had 11 seniors on defense starting. Their starting 11 on defense were all seniors, right? And they had like 5 more or 6 more seniors on offense.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll still finish with 3 losses in a weak-ass fucking Pac-10.
I don't think they'll finish with 3 losses. I don't think they have 3 losses on their schedule.
I'm not sold on
they'll
this
run
fucking team.
Maybe not, but they'll run the table like in their non-conference. I mean, this was their one challenge. This isn't about UCLA. I don't give a shit about UCLA. What I care about is the reality after this game is what our fear was about LSU was just
Everything.
exposed.
Everything.
Which is that they've got an offensive line which is not good and no established running back. We did not see John Emery tonight. Ty Davis Price was not effective.
Well, yeah.
Josh Williams also ran the ball tonight, but not effectively. Nobody ran the ball effectively. And we didn't see Corey Kiner at all tonight, the other freshman. Armani Goodwin, we know, was not going to play. The singular bright spot offensively was Keyshawn Booty. I'll tell you, early in the game also, Jack Besh had a couple of nice conversions. I think he's got a ton of potential as a flex tight end. That I don't have a box score in front of me, but I think Jack Besh has a ton of potential as a flex tight end to catch passes. There are pieces offensively that I think are going to be really good. Max Johnson's inaccuracy was a problem. We talked about the slant to Trey Palmer he missed. He missed Trey Palmer in the end zone. There was a pass to Jeray Jenkins on the, I'm trying to think, as you would have been looking at it, on the right sideline.
Max also took some hits, though.
He got pummeled tonight. He got pummeled.
Wow.
The decision to throw the ball while he wasn't looking, like spinning around, and like that should have been an interception.
What the fuck was that?
It was a not good decision. But so by contrast, there was a play in the first half where Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the ball was snapped over his head some 15 yards or so, and he ran back, scooped it, was rolling to his right, and just threw it up to the line of scrimmage. And he saved about a 15-yard loss because while I don't think he's a great quarterback, and there were some wide open passes he missed, he made some heady plays that Max didn't. That'll come with time. I don't fault Max Johnson for that. This is his 3rd start, man. Should
have had Lane fucking...
Well, they might. They might. All right, let's say some hellos to these people and get some questions in. Let's see.
Who is Russ and why is he here? Don't you fucking watch the show, you idiot?
Not everybody. There are 1,300 people watching this right now, and not all of them watch the show, the AFR. So let's see. O is done. I don't know if he's done right now, but
confetti, all right, man. Bro. Don't fuck with me. There was way too much confetti, and the shit fell all over us, motherfucker. All over us, that confetti did.
Ryan Jones said Max is not the problem. I'm not going to tell you Max. I'm not saying Max Johnson is the problem, but he wasn't good tonight. I mean, Max Johnson isn't the reason they lost the game. You allowed 38 points. You gave up almost 500 yards of offense.
He missed 14 points. He was directly responsible for 14 points in the first half.
I mean, I would also say he missed some passes, there's no doubt. I would also say that there's other points left on. I mean, you made a field goal that got taken off the board because of an illegal formation. Not that won or lost the game. On the ensuing possession, Elias Ricks got the interception. Then you did convert a field goal. Look, in the second half, you had a great opportunity where, you were driving and then you allowed them to convert in a 2-score game. They converted a 3rd and 14 in the red zone. You allowed them to convert a 3rd and 14, and then they scored on the next play to make it 38-20.
Max isn't the problem, but right now at this moment he's not the answer either. So
but you don't have an option. So that's the issue. That's really what's at issue, is you don't have an option.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Max. And again, that kid's got some guts because he got the shit kicked out of him in this game. But, everything we talked about, I don't know about all summer because I was hibernating, but everything we talked about on Wednesday, everything we talked about on Friday, every fear we had materialized.
So Murder Giraffe said Brendan is the answer, and I don't agree with that. I mean, let me remind you, they lost to Mississippi State last year, and we had a lot of these same criticisms, which was indecision and accuracy. They lost at Missouri, and I know he threw for 400 yards, but it was a similar thing where it was a high-scoring game, and he threw it a bunch, but decision-making was a problem for Miles Brennan last year as well. Ogeron said he thinks he's got championship quarterbacks, and I just don't agree. But I'm not telling you Max Johnson is the reason they lost the game tonight. I mean, he wasn't good. He objectively was not good tonight, but he also was battered because his offensive line wasn't good, and they had no running game to offset it. So when you watch this game tonight...
And we weren't great on defense. It's not like the defense came to help him out. In fact, the defense was even more of a hindrance than a help.
The gigantic problem is the fact that you couldn't get a stop. That's what I was going to say. You couldn't get a stop.
I know.
So because you allowed 38 points and 500 yards... and you can't get a stop, it doesn't matter if your quarterback is inaccurate or any of those things. I mean, if you're not able to match score for score, then you're going to end up in that situation. So, let's see. Tackling was garbage. I didn't think tackling was bad. I just thought that I thought Charbonnet ran really hard. I mean, I think I made the comment early in the game.
From the very first play, you made that run. You said that.
It was. I said he's going to need an ice bath because there were times where LSU was gang tackling and he just kept coming, man, and I credit him for it.
We've had that throughout the last 50 years. We've had guys that ran on LSU like that, and we've never let them. I mean, if they do, that's a problem. We've got a problem. There's a problem with this team.
Here's the thing, and I want to address this because Eric Robinson said, "How does superior talent lose by double digits?"
That's a great question.
So the answer is obviously coaching, but the other part of it is, I honestly think LSU fans have overhyped their talent. Is Kayshon Boutte a stud? Yes. Is Derek Stingley a stud? Yes. Do I think Elias Ricks will be a first rounder next year? Yes.
What do you say?
But no, hold on. God bless him, Neil Farrell got hurt tonight. Neil Farrell's not a great player. You're talking about Joseph Evans as your best defensive lineman. He's a converted offensive lineman that's not a great player. I think Mason Smith has a ton of potential to be a great player. He's a true freshman who played a ton tonight.
What do you say to
you
the
don't
fans?
have a great offensive line. Not the only guy on that offensive line that projects as a maybe day 2 pick is Ed Ingram. The rest of your offensive line is objectively not good. You keep saying superior talent. I don't think this is the team that has superior talent. And you played a team tonight that started, 16, 17 seniors who have played together for 4 years. They were better, they were older, they're more veteran, they're well coached. UCLA is a better team than LSU. I don't think that's a debate.
What do you say to fans who say we've had 3 straight recruiting classes of top 5 talent?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what 247 says. I mean, that is one metric by which you can judge something. You still have to develop that talent. And guess what? UCLA developed a lot of those guys. They have a bunch of seniors that have played together and played within their system and played it really well. I don't care. I had this conversation earlier with T-Bob. I don't give a shit. Because the thing was, I had this conversation with a friend last night who said, how many left-handed quarterbacks are in the NFL? Yeah, I'm talking about Max Johnson. And I said, I don't give a shit. Because you know what? Matt Leinart was a fucking stud at USC. And Tim Tebow was a stud at Florida. And Kellen Moore won 50 games at Boise State. Left-handed quarterbacks that won at college. Because you know what all I give a shit about?
Winning at college.
Winning at college. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck. Win in college. Win games at LSU. LSU's 2011 team. Their offensive line went 2 deep at every position. You know how many of those guys played in the NFL? 1, Lyle Collins, the true freshman. Everyone else, none of them played in the NFL. None of them. So, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit about recruiting rankings and all that sort of shit. Like, I don't care about where you're projected. What I care about is, are you good enough to win games right now at the college level at LSU? And they're not.
We got blown off the line of scrimmage consistently all night. Thank you, Papa. Blown out all night by their defensive line.
I kind of felt, by the way, bad, like the guy who was inside the stadium, if you're here at the beginning.
Collins.
But goddamn, man, you have some self-awareness. Like, I'm doing a live show and you're yelling in my ear. You know what I mean? Like, what was he doing?
Let's focus on it.
No, they don't care. That's the nature of this show. You're telling me to focus on this? You're telling me to focus on this? When I'm trying to make salient points and then you're like, blah, blah, blah.
What do we got here? He was drunk. He was very, very, very drunk. And God bless him, because he had every reason to get drunk after watching
you know what?
shit show. Dude, they were fucking laughing at us in the fourth quarter. Laughing at us. The fans were laughing. Hey, are you an LSU fan? Guess what? These UCLA fuckers were laughing at us in the fourth quarter.
So someone asked what happened to Sage Ryan. I didn't see Sage Ryan run out there tonight. Major Burns started at safety along with Jay Ward, as we expected. Major Burns, on the 75-yard touchdown, Major Burns whiffed on the sideline. He had a beat on the tight end, missed the tackle. On the next series, it was Jordan Tolson at safety, but Major Burns played the majority of the game at safety back there with Jay Ward. But, man, it was a tough go. But they were. I mean, so I understand your point. I do. And his phone's ringing. So I understand what he was going to say was the defensive line was the problem. You couldn't stop the run, which is true. You couldn't stop the run. And that's a huge problem. But think about UCLA's scoring plays. You get a 75-yard touchdown to the tight end. You had 2 passing touchdowns to running backs, and then two runs by your running backs. The passes were not schemed to receivers, they were schemed to backs and tight ends, where, credit Chip Kelly, he created mismatches against LSU's linebackers and safeties. And that's a problem, man. Like, that is still a liability, man. So Rachel Granger Clark looked bad, but then Damone Clark also had a play it was a 3rd and long.
Damone Clark did look bad.
But he had a play where the play was going left, so Damone Clark was going to his right, and DTR carried it, and he made a very nice stop before the line to gain. And the point I said to you at the time is, that's what Damone Clark is good at. Damone Clark is a fast, athletic dude that is very good on the edge. What he's not great at is a thumper in the middle. They had Bug Strong in there because that's supposedly his MO. Well, the wheel route that they scored on, Bug Strong got toasted. Well, why is Bug Strong on the field on a 3rd and 8 when you know they're going to throw the football? I mean, that goes back to coaching. And, like, that's when I look at Durante Jones and I go, Durante Jones has not called defense since 2009 at Division II, Bowie State. And, we always want to believe that every coaching hire is going to be the best and that every recruit is going to be awesome. But, like, in Durante Jones's debut, they just allowed 500 yards and 38 points to UCLA. And you've still got you still got to face Lane Kiffin, and you still got to face Alabama, and you still got to face A&M, and you like.
If you're an LSU fan, the one thing you can take out of this is that you went up against a team with 17 seniors amongst the starters. They had 17 seniors. They also got an extra game of practice before we came into town. So this is a group that's had a lot of time to play together. You could argue maybe that LSU hasn't had as much time, but that's bullshit. There's no reason for us to have lost this game. There's none. Like, even if we just connect on those 2 touchdown passes, as bad as everything is, if you don't change anything, if we connect on those 2 passes from Max in the first half, we're winning by, what, 6?
Jonathan Burns, Bird, Hunter, TK, Thomas Rooney, what's up? Brad Acor, Jonathan Burris, Red Storm, Tyler Wagner, appreciate y'all. Let's see, Tyler Wagner says, don't know if you mentioned, you feel LSU is always overhyped with little show. I mean, look.
Well, in Baton Rouge.
On College Game Day today, Corso and Herbstreit both picked against LSU. Mark Schlabach at ESPN.com picked UCLA to win this football game. The S&P Plus that we talked about from ESPN, their algorithm picked UCLA to win this football game. I picked LSU in a close game. We both picked LSU in a close game. LSU fans picked LSU 41-17 and 38-10, and I kept telling y'all, fuck, you're stupid. Like, stop saying LSU's going to roll this team. Like, the thing that you're deficient at, they are strong at, and that's going to be exploited. Now, I thought LSU would be a more talented team.
I thought they'd be more physical.
I don't know that I bought that. Like, I thought LSU, like, we talked about this so much. The offensive line was going to have a problem. Max Johnson got fucked up all night.
The defensive line. I thought the defense would control this game. I thought that they wouldn't be able to hit the short-range pass, which they were able to do all fucking night long. But more importantly, and the thing I did not see, was their rushing game ate our fucking lunch. Their offensive line controlled our defensive line. They were getting, on average, I don't know, like, it felt to me like they were getting 4 yards, 5 yards on every rushing play.
I would say the most concerning thing about tonight was the defensive front seven. Because we all knew this offensive line was a liability. LSU had not established a running back. You could be a super homer and say that you thought they were going to be awesome at running back and that they were going to fucking rock on the offensive line, but you're a super fucking homer if you said that. You had to be real, and I try to tell you all that, but this is the fucking time whenever I can slap you in the face and say, look, bitch, I tried to tell you this wasn't going to happen. But I bought that the defensive line was going to be improved because I thought they had numbers.
Well, here, now think about this. They did so well against our offensive line in this practices and scrimmages leading perhaps our offensive line is even weaker than we thought, which is what made the defensive line look.
It's always the great conundrum, right? So when you look at a scrimmage, it's, do you celebrate the good or do you concern yourself with the bad? Because is it because the defense was that good or is the offense that bad, right? I mean, like, that's always the question whenever you have an intra-squad scrimmage. So I really believe that the defensive front seven was going to be much better. I really believe that they were.
Dude, this wasn't Alabama. This wasn't A&M.
And they're not.
This wasn't.
They're just not.
Ole Miss. This wasn't Florida. Man, this wasn't even State. You could lose to State.
Good.
Twice in a row, man.
I mean, the thing about State is, and I don't know what they did today, but the thing about State.
Did State win today?
The thing about State is, I don't think there's any team, any offense that needs more timing, right, rhythm, than Mike Leach's offense. And they had no spring. They had no offseason last year. I think with a full spring and camp and offseason that's normal.
Would it have mattered if Brennan was... No, because he doesn't fucking play offensive line and he doesn't play defensive line.
Michael Broussard, thanks for the super chat. Smoking a cigar, enjoying this rant, making me feel not alone this horrid loss. Hit the like button. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yes, 1,266 watching, 624 likes. Please smash that like button. It is massively helpful. The like button is part of the YouTube algorithm that helps show this to other people. So if you could just take a quick second, just hit the thumbs up. Massively helpful. So thank you for that. To the 1,256 of you watching, that is phenomenal. We appreciate it. We are outside of the Rose Bowl. Right there, the Rose Bowl Stadium. We started the show from the inside of the stadium. I was ranting and cursing, and then some guy was yelling in my ear, and they made us leave. And so now we're standing outside waiting on this. Are we going to call an Uber, or what are we doing? Oh, well, do y'all want to walk toward there and call, because it's going to take fucking forever to get. All right, let's walk. We'll walk and talk. We're going to walk We're gonna walk to the ride share place. All right, we'll take. All right, well, y'all walk. I'm gonna follow you. I'll take questions as we walk, so we can try to get back at a decent time. By the way, thank you, big sincere thank you to Michelli Weighing and Measurement. I don't have a Michelli hat on, and for the rest of Whiskey and Wine, we'll obviously be on both YouTube and Facebook, but we shared the post on Facebook, so if you're normally a Facebook watcher, glad to have you here. Greg Lehman, LSU's not good anymore. Our state won. State beat Tech. Okay. MFT Keep Edo, Eric Robinson. Let's see, I miss having coaches who make adjustments. Matt, I do not have a booger. You're lying. Look, no boogers. SC, LSU Tiger, why are we ranked at all? Well, LSU won't be ranked at all. Like, you don't have to worry about that because they'll be unranked after this loss. They'll go from 16 to outside of the top 25. And you have, like, real, legitimate, where do we go? Oh, you have real legitimate question. Christopher Maggio said, why no blitzes? I think I'll need to go back and watch again. It's one of the things that's really hard.
It sucks about that.
That is the thing that's really hard about being there. I thought they did a good job with pressure. I really like Andre Anthony had a sack. Ali Gay had a sack on the first defensive possession. I thought they did a good job of pressuring DTR. I don't have a box score, and that's the disadvantage. I was in the stand, so I didn't get to chart the game, and I don't have my box score right in front of me to tell you all the stats. Maybe someone has it, can post it, but I think
I didn't think that was a problem.
I thought they did okay with pressure. Again, how many times did you
hard to pressure the running back when he's hitting the A gap with a head start?
How many times did UCLA throw? I'm literally trying to think. How many times did they complete a pass to a receiver tonight? A wide receiver.
To a wide receiver being covered by a cornerback?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Like 2?
I mean, even on the opening possession of the ball game, they hit the wheel route, but that was to a running back being covered by a linebacker. And so it was 23. It was Baskerville who was covering the running back out of the backfield. It was a beautifully drawn up play, and you tip your cap to Chip Kelly. It's a great play call. Like I'm literally trying to think of any play a wide receiver from UCLA made tonight. So, like, I don't think it was anything where LSU couldn't get pressure and there were these developing plays by the offense and receivers got open or made plays. I mean, hell, I think one of the best defensive plays of the night was Derek Stingley in run support, shed a block and stonewalled the running back, pinned him on the sideline and stopped him a yard short.
Yeah.
I mean, they settled for the field goal, the short field goal.
Oh, that's right.
But it's like, I mean, that was one of the best defensive plays of the night, you know? I mean, anyway. Let's see. Sam Jenkins, honest question. Is Coach O the man for the LSU job? Let me see. Sorry. Are we in the way of the picture? Sorry. Oh, that's the Ricks family. I want to go say hi to Shauna Ricks. That's Eli's family. So, anyway. Let's see.
No pun intended. Is this it? Are we done?
Tommy Screen, Mason Smith. I thought Mason played well, man. I don't have snap counts in front of me, but I think he was primarily used on a third down role as a zero technique to push the pocket. He played a bunch. Mason Smith played a ton. We saw Brian Thomas play a ton, although I don't think he had a reception. They had a target at Chris Hilton, which was on the sideline, and Max threw it wide. He almost came up with the catch. I don't think there were any other freshmen that made receptions. None of the freshman running backs played. We didn't get to. Oh, you know, something else we haven't talked about is Trey Palmer on the first punt of the ball game muffed it inside the like.
Jake, you got to walk on returning kickoffs.
Josh Williams was back with Trey Palmer returning kicks. I mean, it's, here's the thing though, Russ. Like, I don't want to. And by the way, if you're just joining us, thank you for watching. Still 1,200 people watching. This is amazing, the show. Like, it really is amazing, the people that have watched this and made this part of your game day and your Saturday. So thank you, for real. Like, for real. I know people always say it's because, look at this asshole. People always say it's because, we actually say the things that people are thinking. And, all right, we're over this way. All right. But anyway, so thank y'all sincerely for watching. Thank you. I did mention that was who said that. It was M.M. Francis said Jack Besh.
You got to put on a mask to get on.
Oh, to get on the ride chair? Bro, I got to tell y'all straight up. I went to the Tom Tom place last night, and they were legit checking vaccine cards.
Downtown Pasadena, and that's where you catch the Ubers at.
Oh,
okay?
shit.
All right, you guys have a safe night.
Can we just walk home? Fuck. I gotta catch an Uber to downtown Pasadena.
No, we gotta take the bus.
I gotta take a shuttle to downtown Pasadena.
Then you get to take an Uber. Then you get to
Fuck. Fucking California.
Well, what you have to remember is we're in a neighborhood. That's it, right? The stadium is like built in the middle of a neighborhood.
Let's see. All I heard all offseason was how deep the running backs were. How do we let Emery fail?
He's got to be hurt. Emery's got to be hurt.
Someone said he failed a class. I don't know if that's true, honestly. I mean, so I don't want to be reckless with that. I honestly don't know. Candidly, this past week with the storm and everything was as disjointed a week as we've ever had covering the team. Normally we have Monday access, and then Tuesday player access, and then Wednesday is the teleconference and the coaches show, and then Thursday Ogeron meets with the media. We had none of that this week. So, candidly, it was as disjointed a week as we ever had. I know Emery had a camp injury that he was battling through, and I don't know what happened. I just don't know. It's one of the things that's really a problem when you're literally at the game. Let's see. Announcers on the broadcast said Emery was not academically eligible, so it was academics. So that's the thing you miss on when you're in the stadium. Craig Savoie. But here's the thing, like, would John Emery have made a difference tonight? Like, that's the thing that's hard for me to. That's the thing that's really hard for me to reconcile. Like, I don't know if I can tell you I think John Emery's a difference. When you lose by double digits, and it was really worse than that, and your offensive line just got manhandled by their defensive front.
Daryl could play defensive end.
Right. So Daryl Thompson asked about Mike Jones. Saw Mike Jones on special teams tonight. He was obviously a really good overhang linebacker at Clemson, and we didn't get to see that tonight. And I honestly think it hurt whenever you had mismatches that Chip Kelly schemed up, So, it's massively disappointing. Let's see. J. Russ, what is O's buyout? It's expensive. I mean, it's the amount of his contract remaining. And remember, they bumped him after the national championship up to over $7 million per. But, look, I'm not telling you this is going to happen, but just if I'm going to answer candidly because you asked the question, the real I can't believe we're getting on a shuttle to then go to a ride share.
We're not in a city. We're in this is a neighborhood.
Fucking getting on a shuttle to go to a ride share.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. My pleasure. Yeah, I got my mask on. My mask is right here. Protect my neck from COVID. Fucking COVID. Matthew Harvey. D. Burgess, do you think he was getting passes out too slowly?
Who, D-Bird?
No, do you think that Max Johnson was getting passes out too slowly?
Well,
you want to take that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I'll hold it.
Okay. Yes. Well, yes, but he just needs to throw the ball away, and this is the sign of an inexperienced quarterback. It's 1, 2, 3, go through your progressions. If you don't have it and you can't run, throw the ball away, right? There was one play, I think, in the second quarter where he threw the ball over the head of the receiver, and everyone's sort of like booed. I'm like, no, that was actually a good call, but he should have done it like a second earlier. He waited an extra second before he did it, and so no, that's not Max's problem.
See, someone said he was sacked once, but who was it? It was Cortland said he was sacked once.
He was only sacked once.
But that's the thing where that's where a sack statistic is misleading, because you can affect the game so many ways with pressure without actually getting a sack. I mean, we keep bringing it up, but I mean there was a play in the first half where Max Johnson threw down the left sideline. It was intended for Kayshon Boutte, and I remember it because Boutte was being guarded by number 1 for UCLA, and some 60 yards down the field, number 1 from UCLA was talking shit to Kayshon Boutte coming back the whole way back. But on that play, Max Johnson threw the ball and it went 4 yards out of bounds. I mean, it was nowhere close, but Max Johnson also got split in half on the play.
Oh my God.
So it's like that doesn't go down as a sack, but that pressure impacts.
We talked about that.
Yes,
remember
when it happened, yes.
That's at least 2 plays before the quarterback feels better.
Yeah.
It takes at least 2 plays after that before you feel better.
Pressure impacted the game, the entire game. The offensive line was not good. I felt terrible for Austin Deculus going down with injury. I was glad to see that he came back into the game. But again, you rotated Jason Hines and Anthony Bradford at right guard, and you played both Charles Turner and Cam Wire at left tackle. And when your backup center is rotating at left tackle, that's a problem.
Let me ask you a question. Would you say that Max is the problem?
No. He's a problem. He was a problem tonight, but he's not why they lost the game tonight.
No, I agree.
They gave him 38 points. They couldn't stop the run.
He doesn't have enough experience.
They got beat on both lines of scrimmage.
He's going to have to learn. He's going to have to play to get his experience, and the team will struggle as a result of that, especially if the offensive line can't block.
I don't know if they're going to let us keep doing this on this bus.
They're not going to let us keep doing this.
Well, they can fucking kiss my ass.
No.
I'm doing this on this fucking bus anyway. Whatever. I'm getting on a fucking bus, a shuttle bus, to go to a rideshare drop-off point in Pasadena at fucking 10. This is just like Lambeau again. That whole trip was awesome. The flight there, the shows, being at Lambeau, doing the tour of Lambeau, getting to go around, Green Bay, your great tailgate parties, LSU fans everywhere, and then the game started. It's like, this sucks.
Although that game went down to the wire.
Let's see. Gil 1234 said, did you like the stadium in the field?
No, the fucking stadium.
Thank you.
I'm probably gonna maybe put the mask on my bus. All right, we're on a shuttle. I may have to shut this thing down. We're doing about an hour. What's up, bro? How are you, man? Doing whiskey and wine. What's up, y'all? Hey, go Tigers. You got about 1,200 people watching. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. What's up, y'all? Oh, you got sunburn. Oh.
It'll be tan in 2 days.
Whoa.
Can I get a picture?
Absolutely. We're gonna take a picture while I'm doing whiskey and wine.
I love it.
All right, ready?
Well, we'll take a picture with yours.
No, you do it. Now this is live. So you got the live selfie while we're doing whiskey and wine with almost 1,200 people watching.
And I had a lot
There
of
you go.
wine. What wine I could have before they sold out of it.
What did you think about the game?
It sucked. I'm not happy about the defensive line.
Oh, your arm is on fire.
It is.
Oh,
I'm not
I
happy
feel so
about-
bad for you tomorrow.
Don't.
There was
I'm
a lot of
used to
sun
it.
today.
But I gotta tell you, I just wanted to run on the field and be like lighting a fire under people's asses because defense, I just was not happy at all. Not happy at all.
What did you think about the field?
Look, I had a good time. This is actually my first away game
Ever?
ever. And I'm going to tell you, most of the people that we sat around that were UCLA fans were great.
That's
Oh, no. No,
so. I'll tell y'all this right now.
Well, hold on. A lot of these people were asking about the storm, if we were affected. I don't know. I thought they were genuine. Now there was one guy.
Was not. There was a guy sitting by us who was just he had a UCLA hat, and he was rocking his binoculars on every play. And every time UCLA did anything good, he'd turn around and look at us. I'm like, hey, old guy, shut the fuck up. You're not as close.
No,
They, like,
no, there was
slap you in the
there was
face.
this one young kid who was running his mouth, but when we had a player hurt, that's when he really just was like going at it, and I was like, look, I said,
Chet Buxton said, just stay drunk so you can't feel the sunburn.
like I said. Oh, look, no, I'm not gonna feel it. It's I'm immune to it. Trust me.
She's gonna feel it.
I'm a natural redhead, so I'm immune to it. But just saying.
I think that's even worse because then you have fair skin.
No, I get these pretty freckles. No, but I told him, I said, I was like,
You watching me in the stadium? Yeah.
I said, you can say about what you want about our team, you can say what you want about our coach. I said, but we would never wish someone be hurt.
Yeah, for
Never.
sure. For sure.
And he kind of shrunk down and sat down and shut his mouth for a
Yeah,
little
for
bit. So, and then I had a couple of guys around us to kind of be like,
I got a foot cramp.
thanks for saying something. And I was like, I'm just kind of surprised that what I said did anything, honestly.
Well, you did good. I feel really bad for your sunburn.
No, don't.
Okay. I won't, but I still will. Thank you for taking a selfie with me. That was my pleasure. Tag me in it, and we'll be like whiskey and wine selfie.
Yes.
Everyone's saying she's cool. They like you. They like you. Let's see. Someone asked about the stadium and the venue and the field. Look, it's the Rose Bowl, man. I mean, it's what you thought. It was really cool to go see that and see the San Gabriel Mountains. And as the sun was setting, and you got to see the shadows over the mountains, and I thought the field was beautiful. And LSU fans were louder than UCLA fans, and LSU fans were primed and ready to roll. And it's so disappointing because it's just massively disappointing. You know, we talked about it and build this year as, okay, is this the year that proves 2019 was the outlier or 2020 was the outlier? And I mean, this kind of shows you how far LSU is when you can't go on the road against the UCLA team with I mean, I can't even say that you're better because you're not better. They proved it tonight. They're better than you. You're not even better than UCLA. It's that's a team coming off. And no disrespect, they played great tonight. They're a veteran team, 17 senior starters, and they're well coached, and they deserve to win. They were just better. They were flat better. But so it's not to discredit them. It's more disappointing from LSU's perspective because you're not that good. I mean, that's the reality you're facing. You're not that good, and you have to realize as much as disappointing as last year was, and we hoped that it was a one-off because of COVID and all that stuff, it just wasn't. Like, you're just not that good. You have massive holes in your roster. You're not good on the offensive line. You have numbers on the defensive line, but you just got manhandled by UCLA. And there are better teams that you're still going to play. So, I mean, I think the reality is, while LSU can get better, and I think there are times this year where it will click for this team, they're still going to be a 8-4, 7-5 team at best. 7-4, 8-5 at best, let's say. So, Brandon Reese, Scott Woodward, you're on the clock for a new head coach at this point. I'll tell you this much. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to tell y'all. So I'll say this. I didn't want to say it on the pregame show on Eagle Game Day, but I'll say it here. So there was a Rose Bowl worker who told me pregame that last week against Hawaii, while did they shoot off confetti? They shot off confetti. There was a Rose Bowl worker who told me the actual attendance last week for their Hawaii game was 13,000. They announced 32, but the actual tickets scanned was 13,000. So, but UCLA fans showed up. All of their begging and pleading for fans to show up and giving away tickets for free and whatnot, because it was a good crowd, and UCLA was well represented. They played really well. So congrats to them. What you got? Oh wait, we got a live question. All right, this is a live whiskey and wine question from the audience. Sorry to sit by you. What's your name?
Brett Aguilar.
What's up, Brett Aguilar? How are you?
Good. Sir.
How are y'all?
I want to know where you find your 4 wins at. Okay, you got Central Michigan and McNeese. Where are your 4 wins?
So this is is a dramatic overreaction. Brett,
Yes, sir.
Brett,
Yes, sir.
Brett,
I understand. Yeah.
Brett, you said?
Yes, sir.
Brett. So Brett, that's a dramatic overreaction. LSU is still going to be favored and is still better than Mississippi State and Kentucky.
Absolutely.
That's
Talent-wise,
a
no
given.
doubt. Yes, sir.
And they're also at home, and they're going to be better than Auburn. So I think you're going to have a really tough time beating Ole Miss on the road. I said even before this game, I said I thought they were losing. You're not going to beat Alabama. Look what Alabama did today. They're Alabama again. They're always Alabama. I hate them so much. Y'all hate them too? Yeah. No, she said, don't we all? She's right. We all hate them. If you hate Alabama, smash the like button. Look at they're getting into it. Smash the like button if you hate Alabama. 931 people still watching, 756 likes. If you hate Alabama, smash. Look at all of our super chats as well. Let's see. Roche's. LSU is the same as Bama. No matter the coaching change or player, it always looks the same. LSU always looks subpar. 2019 was officially lightning the bottle, just ridiculous. Where are they the same as LSU's the same as Bama? You just mean it always looks the same no matter what, but for them it's better. I don't know. Anyway, so 4 wins is ridiculous to think that they're only going to get 4. They'll win their other 3 non-conference games, obviously.
Right.
And I still think that they'll beat Mississippi State. I think they'll beat Kentucky. I hope they beat Kentucky, honestly. That's a tricky spot.
What I've seen tonight, I don't see it. I don't see them beating Kentucky.
It's a tricky spot. You're right between Florida and Auburn, and you got to go on the road in a tricky track.
A&M, Alabama,
Yeah.
Ole Miss. I see Ole Miss as a loss.
I've said so before the season started. I picked LSU 9-3, and I had them losing to Bama, Ole Miss, and then going 2-1 against Auburn, Florida, and A&M. I think they beat Auburn and probably split Florida and A&M. So that was my record prediction for the season. It's so funny. The people now are projecting 4-8. You were the same people that 6 hours ago were saying LSU was going to win this game 41-17. Like. You sway with the wind. I'm not gonna sorry. I didn't want to cramp y'all. So. Yes, ma'am. All right, wait, she has a question.
When is Miles Brennan coming back?
You want to ask your question again?
I'd like to know if Miles Brennan is going to be able to play anytime before
So,
the season ends.
I think so. Miles.
Hold on.
Lot of torque on that turn. So Miles Brennan broke his arm, and they're hoping to get him back for the Alabama game. So that's sort of what. Look, and maybe he recover super fast. That'd be great if he did. But I think realistically, that's what you would look at with the Alabama. So, but I don't think Max was the problem. He did not have a great night. Max did not have a great night, no doubt. But it also wasn't his fault while they were saying. O-line was bad. Defensive line gave up a lot of rushing yards. It was drop pass. My knees are bad. All right, let's stay. Okay. All right.
I was looking for DBU. I'm like, where's DBU?
I know. Titus Jackson, Jeremy Sagley. Let's see. Dustbuster, what's up? Let's see anymore. On the trenches anymore. He said that lady is 20% of LSU fans. When's Miles coming back? That's funny. All right. Kerry Hughes, attendance prediction for Saturday. Saturday against McNeese. Well, I'll tell you this, so honest answer. McNeese is going to travel. I mean, for McNeese fans, that's a big deal to get to play LSU, to play in Baton Rouge. They'll travel. D. Lee said I need a shout out. There you go, D. Lee. You get a shout out. Z-Ling 11 said 6-6 ceiling. Well, if they go 6-6, then you're going to have a new coach. Flatly. So, a lot of people asking about Coach O. I mean, look, the reality is Scott, any AD, Scott Woodward, whoever it is, any AD wants to hire their own guy. Is it it's a legacy-defining hire when you hire a coach. Think about Scott Woodward hiring Jimbo at A&M is a legacy-defining hire. Scott Woodward getting Chris Peterson, to Washington as a legacy-defining hire. So, of course, he wants to hire his own guy. And the other thing I'll tell you too is like Scott doesn't love some of the the shirtless jogging pictures, the pictures by the pool with the girls. And I mean, like, hey, look, no judgment here, man. Ed Orgeron's a single man. Live your life. No judgment. I mean, that's not in any way. But I also understand, if your boss wants you to be a figurehead of your athletic department and he doesn't like that stuff, I guess my point is.
Thank you for taking me home. I'm 2.5 blocks from here. Thank you for taking me home.
He said, thank you for taking me home.
22 years, Benny.
He's 2.5 blocks.
Thank you, sir.
This is great. All right. Thank you. I'm going to go follow the UCLA guy. All right. So here we are. So they basically took us in a shuttle. They took us in a shuttle far away from the Rose Bowl and dropped us off in this very shade. Y'all should stay live just to see what happens next. Like, this shuttle just dropped us off on this street corner somewhere in Pasadena. They dropped us off somewhere in Pasadena so that way we could call an Uber. Y'all should stay live just to see what happens next. Paul Batts' interview, a UCLA fan. Let's see if I can find some. Hey, are y'all UCLA fans? I guess so. All right, I'm doing a live post-game show. Got about 1,000 people watching, and they're asking to interview UCLA fans. Do y'all want to talk on camera for a second? What the hell? All right, let's hang out with these fucking guys. All right, I curse on here too, by the way. It's really dark. Why is it? Hey, first of all, why the fuck do you have to take a shuttle over here to then get an Uber?
No, it's fucked. Yeah, we're stranded. All our friends have rides, and we're just stranded over here.
Yeah.
Now, trying to get back to Westwood.
That's y'all are students.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
UCLA.
Don't call me sir. Is this the? God damn! Why is it so dark? Hey, can you shine a light on your phone over here or something just to give us some like backlighting so it doesn't look like what's the witch movie? Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right. That's not really good, but it's better. Okay. So y'all are UCLA students. Is this the biggest one of your lives?
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. My first ever game was the last time we played Oklahoma, and
That was rough.
that was really rough. And,
Yeah.
We haven't had a good win since then. We've lost to USC both years. We choked against Stanford last year.
We did win against.
You choked against USC last year too.
We were all close games, our losses last year, so it's a great start to this season. Nice to see that the team's performing well. The running game is looking great.
All right, we don't really want to break down UCLA because nobody really gives a fuck. We kind of just want the perspective from LSU. Like, it just kind of hurts that we saw LSU come in here as a favorite team, and SEC team coming across the country, and thought we were just going to whip the shit out of y'all, and then it went that way. Did you think that was going to go that way? Be honest.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I know, right?
The odds, we were only 2-point underdogs, and the way the game I saw last week, I knew we could play it that way this week. And LSU wasn't that great last year, so.
But LSU was awesome 2 years ago.
2 years ago they were great, but last year they didn't look so hot. And
what the fuck? How good were you 2 years ago? Shut up.
we were fucking asked the last 20 years, so I got nothing to say about that.
That's true. 5 straight losing seasons for UCLA.
Yep, under my guy Chip Kelly, who nobody really likes. But yeah.
Why doesn't anybody like Chip Kelly?
He just makes stupid decisions. And
did he make stupid decisions tonight?
Tonight, I don't know. Maybe he did make some stupid decisions.
Oh, really?
We ended up winning the game,
Stupid decisions to score 38 points against LSU.
He coached a great game today.
Y'all should be lucky, bro. If Chip Kelly were coaching LSU would win another natty. I mean, you realize the last 3 coaches at LSU have all won national championships, and 2 of them are, Les Miles and Ed Orgeron?
Yes.
Would you trade Chip Kelly for Ed Orgeron?
Oh, without a doubt.
Wait, you would take Ed Orgeron over Chip Kelly?
Well, yes.
Why?
I guess Chip Kelly hasn't done anything, in the last.
Do you realize you just watched a game where Chip Kelly completely outcoached Ed Orgeron?
It's just one game. It's just one game. We've had these games too where we've lost. I forgot who we lost to last year. We were huge favorites. or 2 years ago. We just, lose these games and it just happens.
Would you take Les Miles over Chip Kelly?
Les Miles? No, I would not take.
Why not?
I'll be honest with you. When
Les Miles and Chip Kelly played against each other in 2011, and Les Miles beat the shit out of Chip Kelly.
I remember that when Chip was at Oregon.
Yeah.
But I think Les Miles he's moved on from the college scene.
Okay. This guy says, I think they're stoned. Are y'all stoned?
No.
I didn't think so either.
I'm just fucking tired.
Yeah.
We're also stranded like 20 miles from home.
They said ask about the dispensary. Do y'all like UCLA?
I love UCLA.
Do you ever go into Bel Air and sing the song from The Fresh Prince?
Nope. But we should do it at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Did we get it? Are we waiting? 5 minutes. 5 more minutes till our Uber. All right, we are at 71 minutes, so we've been an hour and 11 minutes right now. We're going to hand it off to Charles Hannegriff on Eagle 98.1 Game Day shortly. So if you are not tuned in, you can turn the light off, Dad. Thanks. That's cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's really nice talking to y'all. Seriously, good win. Good win.
Yeah.
I
don't know jack shit about football, but
yeah, y'all should come to Baton Rouge in 2024. Baton Rouge is a great place to see a game, man. People are nice. They'll give you lots of booze and food, and then hopefully beat the shit out of you. But if it's like tonight, but then again, LSU probably have a different coach by then.
I've been to the Rose Bowl 3 times.
Yeah.
Dubs every time. So.
Look at this guy. All right, guys. Well, I hope you make it to the Rose Bowl game this year. Like, win the Pac-12 and go to the Rose Bowl game. That would be awesome. All right, I'm going to go stand under this light so people can maybe kind of see a little bit. All right. So this is my life in this moment, fellas and ladies. It's 10:27 Pacific, which means it's 12:27 Central. I am standing on a deserted street somewhere in Pasadena, waiting for an Uber. The Uber's probably going to cost me over $100. I just flew across the country to watch LSU get shithoused by UCLA and a whole bunch of people that don't even really know they have a team. Daniel Basham. What's darker, LSU's future or the street Matt is on? Well, here's what I'll tell you. LSU's future isn't dim because, like I just said, the last 3 coaches have won national championships at LSU. You all know how I feel about Ed Orgeron as a coach. You don't need me to reiterate it. And the more of a sample size you have, the more you understand. 2019 was a gigantic outlier. Joe Burrow's amazing. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would take all the other bullshit with Ed Orgeron if it meant getting 2019 because that season was fucking immaculate. Basically, if you say you could have the greatest season in the history of football, but in exchange, you have to have Ed Orgeron as your coach and you're going to suck a lot, but you get the greatest season ever. You take it. Same with Auburn. Tell Auburn fans, hey, look, Gene Chizik, listen, you're going to have Cam, and that's going to be phenomenal, and you're going to win a natty, but it's really not going to go well other than that. Would you take it? They go like, yeah, of course we will. Trying to read these super chats, man. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Really cool. Corey Eider, appreciate that. Wow, $50 super chat. That's really phenomenal. Thank you all. Still 854 watching, 812 likes. If you could smash that like button, that would be awesome. Let's see, more Miles said we got beat by a tight end. Look, that tight end's a really good player, man. We had, if you listen to the pregame show, why didn't you ask him for the edibles? If you listen to the pregame show, we talked to Chris Trapasso from CBS Sports, draft analyst, and he basically said, look, their left tackle and their tight end are the 2 NFL draft prospects. And then, of course, Zach Charbonnet, the running back as well. So that's how it went, man. Kyle Milliken, where was the RPO? The thing I'll tell you about RPO, and the best explanation I ever heard was from Urban Meyer, who said RPO is a run pass option. So when you pause it, it makes more sense. So RPOs are run plays. You call the run play, but you have the option for a pass. So maybe there were RPOs and they just ran the ball. Or maybe they ran RPOs and threw it because it's all they could do anyway. Stingley, $130,000 vehicle, doesn't even play. Stingley played? What do you mean? Chuck B, what are you talking about? Stingley played? I thought Stingley played great. Remember, Stingley changed his number. He wears number 7 now. So, that's probably why you thought he didn't play. You were looking for 24. Cole Slaw, Tulane put more effort to beat on LSU. Did against UCLA. I'm sorry? Russ? Yeah. Russ Mitchell? I don't know. Yeah, Russ! Russ! That's us. Russ! He's a big dude. We're going to let him sit in the front. All right, y'all want to get in this Uber with us? All right, we're going to get in the Uber. Russ is getting in the front. Oh, look.
I'll go around.
A phone charger.
Who's sitting where?
I'll sit in the middle.
Whoever's sitting behind me, I'm about to move this seat.
You want me to go around?
Yeah, I'll sit in the middle. It's fine.
You're sitting in the... Gotcha, I missed that.
Jordan Malazzo said Rust is the Uber, have confetti.
If the Uber had confetti, we would be leaving. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. You all right there, bro?
Yeah.
All right.
Good thing I have no legs.
Let's see.
We're good.
Oh, it's dark again. Can we turn on the light?
You can turn the light on back there.
Oh, there we go. Great. Is this light bothering you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Sorry about that, but you can turn these ones on.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh,
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm taking my hat off so we wouldn't be so shady. Okay. Murder giraffe. We need more confetti. Chewy, Matt, Billy Napier. Sorry. What is the lock? What does it say? What time? It's time. Look at Scott Woodward. Look side. That does not make any sense. That doesn't make any sense what you just said. Sentences. Complete sentences, please. 7 didn't have a great game. I thought he did. I thought Stingley played really well. They didn't really challenge.
Stingley played fine.
They didn't even challenge the cornerbacks in this ball game.
It was the linebackers.
Let's see. Joey, Harvey, Avery, Atkins. Avery's first punt was really a challenge.
Are we going to be coming?
It was a wobbly, not good effort. But other than that, I thought he did well. And then kickoffs, he touchbacks.
Or will we be driving by the W first?
Let's see. Joey, Harvey, what's up?
I don't even know where you're going.
There's your hotel still that boost. Oh, that's the other thing.
The W is...
Like down the street over
W
there.
is over there.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Takes like,
you just take us to there, and then we'll figure it out.
I'll
figure it out.
I can take it, then you can change the
Yeah,
address, and
that's what I'll
take
do.
you.
Yeah, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll go to the Roosevelt, and then at the last minute I'll change it to the W, and Matt and I can get out. Matt can just walk back to the Lowe's and get out there.
Cool. All right. We're going to wrap this thing up.
No shit.
It's been painful.
We got handled by a bunch of soybean surfing stoner prep kids.
Those kids were saying this was the greatest game in the history of their lives. Dude, that's so fucking wrong.
They weren't even super pumped. Like, they were just trying to go home. Imagine if LSU was an underdog, 5 straight losing seasons. Think about LSU Auburn in 1995 to bring back the Magic game. Like, that's the equivalent. You have 5 straight losing seasons. You haven't beaten anybody. You blow it all the time. Then you beat a ranked team at home. Like,
beat.
Yeah. You would go out and celebrate. But those guys are like, man, I'm just lost in a street corner. I got to get back to Westwood. Like, go party, bro. What are you doing? Anyway. Brian Pike's going, what's next? Where from here? Well, we're Ubering back to the hotel. Oh, that's not what he meant?
No.
No, that's not what he meant?
We're going to go cry.
The rest of the season is what's.
They're going to play McNeese next week and win, and then they'll play Central Michigan and win, and then they'll go to Mississippi State, and I hope they can beat Mississippi State, because if they don't, you're probably looking at about a 6-6 or 5-7 season.
Can we have confetti?
All right, y'all. Thanks to everybody who watched. Super shout out to Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Their Harahan office is closed, obviously, because of Hurricane Ida. But all of their other offices are still open. So Michelli.com. Y'all do us a solid and support our great sponsor. If you found this via Facebook, they'll be tagged in the Facebook post. So like their Facebook page, and if you're in an industry where you weigh or measure anything, they sell, service, and rent the products used to weigh and measure. So, okay. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Charles Handegrift's coming up in a few minutes on Eagle 98.1 Game Day, so you can log on eagle981.com or the Watch 1045 ESPN YouTube channel. They'll be live. So, all right, from somewhere between Pasadena and Hollywood. Have a great night. See you.